What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Green here, and this is a commentary, a gameplay I have for you guys where I go 63-11 on Hardpoint, but the gameplay isn't the main point behind this video. I know, how crazy is that? I want to start doing once a week, talking with you guys about topics in the kind of media, the news, future, past, present, that matters to me, that mattered to me, kind of been weighing heavy on me, and that's important to me. And I want to hear all of your feedback, okay? I want you to get on that comment section, hit that comment section up about if you agree, disagree, your thoughts, you know, what you agree with what I said, what you disagree, because I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who might not agree with everything I said. This is going to be an opinions video of what I think, and some of you may not agree, and I want to hear that. As long as we can have an intelligent discussion, I'll keep replying. I'll keep talking back. As long as the discussion can be intelligent, as long as it's not crude, rude, or, you know, offensive. So let's move on. As you can see in the title, this is going to be about video game violence and how video games have come under fire as of late in the media by politicians and news shows and whatnot. You know, all of that jazz. So as you know, in America, we have had a few terrible tragedies happen here of late. A lot of innocent people have lost their lives, and it's terrible. It's something that's very evil. And a lot of things have come under fire because of this. One thing is gun control, and I don't want to get too into the whole gun control topic, but I think it's kind of I think it's kind of a little unnerving that as soon as all this happens, the politicians just kind of jump on, you know, gun control and getting these laws passed as fast as they can, and almost without any research. If you look at a lot of countries, I'm not saying all countries, but if you look at a lot of countries who have instituted really strict gun laws, the effects aren't positive, okay? Violent crimes go up, home theft goes up, home invasion goes up. It's, you know, it's kind of bad to look at. And you can find some videos on there that do a lot of comparisons on, you know, countries with gun control and without gun control. And usually the countries with gun control aren't that well off. The one whose violent crime rate is actually pretty low, you know, is the United Kingdom, the UK, England, and whatnot. But having said that, their violent rate's lower than America's, but their violent crime rate has been increasing over the past few years. So don't want to get too into that topic because I know that topic's a very touchy topic. But my opinion on it in general is that, and I don't like it. I think if I want to own a weapon, a semi-automatic assault rifle, I should be able to own one. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not going to go shoot anybody. So there's that. All right, let's move on to the main topic behind this, and that is gaming violence. Politicians do not like games. I don't want to single out every politician, but there's a lot of politicians out there, guys, that want these violent games taken away. They do. They want them taken away. And one of those politicians is a California senator. I think his name's pronounced Leland Yee. Anyway, it's spelled LelandYee. And there was a cool article on GameSpot that had a direct quote by him. And this is a guy who has tried to get these violent video games taken away. He's tried to pass restrictions on them over and over again. It seems like that's his primary goal in life, is to get our violent video games taken away. So I want to read a direct quote from you guys that I found really funny. I found it really funny and at the same time very offensive, and I think you'll understand why. So let's get on with this quote. Direct quote, by the way. He says, end quote, "Gamers need to quiet down. Gamers have no credibility in this argument. This is all about their lust for violence," end quote. Oh, that's laughable. It's laughable and it's offensive. Let's talk about that first line. Gamers need to quiet down. Really, we need to quiet down. And he's saying that because we're right, and he's angry. He's angry because we're right. He's angry because we are right. It's been proven many times that there is no correlation between violence in video games and real-world violence. So he's angry there. He wants us to quiet down. So he backs that up with the second statement: gamers have no credibility in this argument. Oh man, that's laughable, isn't it? We as gamers who've been playing games all our lives have no credibility in the topic of video game violence and real-world violence and the correlation between the two. We have no credibility there, guys, and I think that's hilarious. Yes, we do have credibility, and we need to stand up and back our credibility up. I've been playing violent video games. Here's a little background information on me. I've been playing violent video games for a very long time. I've been playing video games for a very long time. It's a hobby of mine. I have many hobbies. I play guitar, I sing, I love fitness, I love to work out, I love video games. And yeah, I've been playing violent video games for a time. I started out on Nintendo 64. I'd say probably the very first violent video game, if you want to call it, was GoldenEye. And I played that when I was probably like 7, 8 years old. And my parents were pretty strict on the games that I was allowed to play. You know, I couldn't play Duke Nukem, anything over the top. But I wasn't a violent kid at all. I was very calm, a very, you know, peaceful, no problems at home, no problems within the family. I was a very good kid. So my parents let me play games like GoldenEye and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean they let me play everything and anything. You know, they were very picky, very specific. So let's move on to that. So yeah, we have credibility, guys. Okay, we need to back it up, and all of you have credibility. Anybody who plays games has more credibility than this joke of a senator. So let's move on. The last line, and this is the line that really ticked me off, and it's because it's very insulting. He says, this is all about their lust for violence. So, at first he's saying gamers need to quiet down. Gamers have no credibility for this argument. And then he's saying gamers only want to play violent video games because this is their lust for violence. We want to protect our rights as American citizens because we have a lust for violence. And I think it's insulting, guys. So just because I like to play my Call of Duties and my Grand Theft Autos, that means that I love video game violence. Oh my gosh, the only Grand Theft Auto I've ever really played is Grand Theft Auto 4. I played Grand Theft Auto 4 because I love mobster movies. I love mobster movies. I love mob movies, mafia movies. I think they're really cool. They're really interesting. It's good to know that history of America because it's cool history, you know, and it's something that America, people need to be aware about. You know, the mafia and the mob and how everything went down, how it all worked. And that game, you know, had a lot of mob aspects to it. And yes, it is violent, and some of it is a little over the top. But that's my choice to play that game, and I can handle that game. It's not because I have a lust for violence. And I play Call of Duty. Do I play Call of Duty because I have a lust for violence? I play Call of Duty because, A, it's fun to me. I think when Call of Duty 4 came out, it was very innovative at the time. And in my opinion, it has, you know, the best competitive online that there is in first-person shooters, next to games like Halo and Battlefield. You know, those are my three: Halo, Battlefield, and Call of Duty. Sometimes Counter-Strike, you know, depending on what mood I'm in. So, oh man, I want to hear your comments on this guy, and I'm going to put a link in the description down below where you can see this article on GameSpot, and you can click on it and you go on there and read all about it. And it's interesting. It's interesting because that senator has more leeway, has more sway than any of us. You know, we are very knowledgeable on this topic, on video games violence, but that senator has more sway than us because he's a senator. And we need to stand up, guys. We need to back our games up and back our rights up as American citizens. And there has been no studies shown that has shown a correlation between real-world violence and video game violence. There's been no study out there that has proven, or even came close to proving, that when a normal person without a mental disorder plays a video game, a violent video game, they're more likely to go out and kill somebody. Their argument is that playing violent video games make you more immune to violence. It makes you more tolerant to real-world violence, and this simply is not true at all. I can shoot people in the face all day in Call of Duty, which is a virtual world, and there you would, oh my gosh, violence in the real world kind of makes my stomach sick. Hearing about all those lives lost and all these shootings makes my stomach sick. I don't think I could kill, it'd be very hard for me to kill a deer with a gun, let alone a human being. So no, I am not immune to violence. I haven't built up a tolerance to real world violence. And I think, you know, the 99.9% of all gamers definitely aren't immune to real-world violence. Now, there are some people I think that shouldn't be playing violent video games. I think that, especially how realistic games are getting nowadays, I think parents need to take responsibility and monitor what their kids play, you know, like my parents did. And kids, you know, under 17 shouldn't be playing Grand Theft Auto. They shouldn't be playing Battlefield. They shouldn't even really be playing Call of Duty. And it's up to the parents. It's up to parental responsibility, and it's not up to the government, okay? It's not up to our government to decide what we play and can't play as adults. And a parent needs to take the responsibility and learn the rating system, a very good rating system that we have that's been put into place, and watch what their kids play. I saw a GameStop, a guy the other day, buy his kid a Family Guy game because it looked like a cartoon. You know, that just can't fly. You gotta look at the rating system and all that jazz. But this gameplay is over. This commentary is over, and whew, it went fast. It goes by fast when you're talking about something that's important to you. Anyway, guys, leave a like, favorite, and comment if you enjoy the video. I can't wait to see your comments. I had a lot of fun doing this. I'm Mr. Green, and I hope to see you guys again.